One of the worst things about the internet is that whenever someone gets accused of something, it's never innocent until proven guilty. It's always the other way around. Always, always, always. Even if you're proven innocent and you have crystal clear 4K quality footage proving that you are innocent in every comprehensive detail, it doesn't matter. That accusation will forever stain you, no matter who you are and what you did. And that's basically what happened to TikToker Angry Reactions, who was recently found not guilty of a very serious crime. Now, I talked about the initial arrest earlier in a different video, so if you want to watch that, you can check it out right here. But if you don't feel like doing that, I'll give a quick little summary so that everyone's caught up. Now, Angry Reactions is a TikToker with over 27 million followers who is one of the nicest people on the platform. Now, even though he looks like he's about to rip a fucking bear in half, he is genuinely one of the most wholesome and amazing people on the app. He makes the most positive and heartwarming content that can make even the most miserable motherfuckers on the planet crack a smile. I am not joking here. He had an amazing reputation on TikTok and practically had like 0 haters. Well, that all changed after the news of his arrest came about, because he was arrested for alleged domestic assault. Now, the details were very, very limited when the story came out, but what happened was that he was in a hotel room with a woman, they got into an argument, and then things got physical. And that's it. They never said anything about him specifically hitting a woman, they just said things got physical, which can mean literally fucking anything. And again, it was alleged. But that did not stop everyone from completely coming at this guy's neck and making the same damn joke over and over again. Oh, Angry Reactions had an angry reaction. Oh, Angry Reactions reacted angrily. Oh, his name's pretty accurate. Oh my fucking god. Everyone was a comedian that day. Hella TikTokers and YouTubers were completely jumping at the opportunity to make this guy look as terrible as possible. And even though, again, it was alleged, everyone really wanted it to be true so they could get extra likes and views. Now, he did post a video addressing the situation at the time, claiming that the only time that he got violent was when he was acting in self-defense. And the woman who was involved in the situation was not the one who called the cops in the first place. She did not need medical attention, and she didn't even want him to go to jail in the first place. And at the time, even though it didn't look amazing, it's still not fair to automatically assume that he was guilty or not guilty based on the very limited information. He then said that he was going to court very soon after for the judge to look over his case and that the woman was going to testify on his behalf. Well, the trial happened and boom! He was found not guilty. I fucking called it and I was right! And just like that, the case was dismissed. And the news from this whole thing came from him personally on his Instagram. Now, even though it's not an official court document stating it, it's pretty safe to assume that he's not lying, because I don't think you can lie about that stuff publicly. But again, he was found not guilty. I told you so. I fucking told you so! And just like that, everyone switched right back up on him and pretended like as if they always thought that he was never guilty. Oh, I knew you were never guilty. Oh, I knew it all along. Shut the fuck up. However, even with the confirmation of his innocence, the damage has already been done. He's already lost his brand deals, friendships, and even his followers. This whole situation got to him so bad that he quite literally cleared up all of his socials. All his TikToks, gone. All his Instagram posts, gone. All of his YouTube videos, gone. He basically deleted all of his previous content upon the announcement of the case being dismissed, not because he was trying to do some mysterious persona or whatever. It's actually because he's now planning to quit TikTok, which he addressed in his final video update. It's a 16-minute, uncut, unscripted, raw video just laying out everything on the table. He doesn't get braggy. He doesn't say, I was right, I told y'all so, y'all are dumb as fuck. He just genuinely expresses his disappointment in this whole thing.
And like I said, the case is dismissed. I told y'all from the jump I'm innocent. Just for everything to go down the way that it did, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, that was probably the worst week of my life. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I think it was very naive of me to assume that the internet won't do what the internet do for whatever reason. It don't matter if I post nothing but positive content, and none of that matter. I was naive to believe that people would just like give me the benefit of the doubt.
A lot of people also seem to really doubt that he was actually even innocent in the first place. Some of the mindless people who don't really seem to have common knowledge about how the courtroom works were suspicious that he bribed the woman or pulled some strings to somehow make this case go his way.
And although the case was dropped, people still arguing that I may still be guilty. After I posted that video, somebody said, oh, not guilty and case dismissed is two different things. Or I seen this other comment like, oh, he paid her off. Or like, he got a good lawyer. This don't necessarily mean he's innocent, bro.
When that's like not even remotely close to what happened. He broke down nearly detail for detail as to how this whole thing went down, including the fact that the woman did not want him to go to jail in the first place. She went so far as to testify on his behalf, even though she had no requirement to do so. She did not need to do that. She did that because she genuinely wanted him to get his name cleared. That goes that far to show just how innocent he really was, and the judge looked over the case and saw that he was completely innocent and dismissed it. That's what happened.
She didn't want me to go to jail to begin with. So soon as she said, no, I don't want him arrested, they arrested me anyway, and it was now their case. She had no say-so. She didn't have to go to court. She was good. It was their job to gather all the evidence that they had and present it to a judge. And that's exactly what they did. And the judge looked at it, saying that it was bullshit, and he dismissed it. Period.
So at this point, there should be zero doubt as to the legitimacy of his innocence. At this point, anyone who thinks that there's still something going on is a fucking idiot. And Onea was also pretty quick to point out the fact that many of the YouTubers, the IG pages, and the other content creators who talked about the situation and made him look guilty were very, very quick to try and make him look as bad as possible.
90% of the people who was posting that I got arrested, they didn't post that the case was dismissed. They didn't. People getting millions and millions of views and likes when they reported that I got arrested for a felony domestic violence case. Nobody posted the update. Don't get me wrong, a few people did, but the majority of the people like TMZ, they're the reason everybody knows this information, but they didn't post that the case was dismissed. They didn't post that. What would they gain from that? The Rap Instagram page posted that I got arrested. It got over 600,000 likes on that post. I had to hit them up to ask them to post the update because they wasn't going to.
That's such a damn shame that he quite literally had to reach out to the Rap page Instagram and literally ask them to post the update of him being innocent, when they were the ones who basically contributed to his reputation being ruined by posting that announcement in the first place, all for some goddamn Instagram likes. Because it's not like as if that page has ever talked about him before. They only wanted to talk about him when he was being accused of a serious crime to get some type of attention. So goddamn stupid. And I also noticed myself that some of the YouTubers who were talking about the situation and trying to make him look guilty were pretty quick to delete their video once they heard about the case being dismissed and, about the truth. I'm not gonna say names, but those people know who they are. Because he lost lots of brand deals, sponsorship opportunities, and partnerships because of the whole situation, which has a real genuine effect on him because that's his income. That's how most of the content creators make their money. If they're getting in the way of that, they're basically getting in the way of him eating.
As far as the brands, these people not hitting me back. They're not apologizing. They're not saying, yo, let's get back to work. We just did this for our safety, the safety of our company. None of that is happening, bro. Everything I lost still remains. People ain't banging on my door to work with me. Everybody is keeping a distance because it's not about the fact that I'm innocent. It's not about that. Even though I was the victim, the fact that I got arrested and all of this is around my name, they don't want to work with me.
Yeah, because again, the accusation is enough to simply ruin a person's life as a whole. The accusation alone. It doesn't matter if Onea puts on a fucking superhero cape, flies into space, and stops a meteor from destroying Earth. That accusation is always going to have a giant stain on his reputation forever. And it's for this reason he is now planning to retire from the Angry Reactions persona as a whole.
Angry Reactions is dead. Angry Reactions is no more. You will never see me in that light again. You will never see me in that light again. I don't have what I once had, the passion that I once had to do this. I don't have that no more. I don't have that no more.
Now, At first, I honestly did think this was pretty unnecessary, but looking at it, I completely see why he's doing it. This guy has done nothing, and I mean has done nothing, but make positive content for years. This guy was literally homeless. He was homeless. He was living in a fucking car, and he still decided to build an entire platform of spreading positivity. He was dealt a shit hand, one of the shittiest hands that a person could be dealt in their entire life, and he still said, you know what? I'm going to stick to my roots, and I'm going to still do it my way. He didn't clout chase by starting drama or doing stupid shit. He did it by genuinely being a positive and good person. He still used his time and his energy to make people smile, and did not want anything else in return except for the respect. And that's why I'm just so pissed that the internet is treating him this way. He's one of the last people on the fucking planet that genuinely deserves it. And it's just so fucking stupid that he quite literally had to reach out and ask for the page to post about his innocence, when honestly, out of all the pages that I saw talking about the situation at first, almost none of them posted about him being innocent except for one page, and that was the one he had to reach out to in order to actually give an update. The fucking rap Instagram account is so far the only account I've ever seen that posted about him being innocent. The only one out of like 30 fucking accounts that talked about him going to jail. It's fucking stupid. I hope every page out there does justice to this man and posts the truth immediately, because it's the least they can do at this point. This is just so fucked. I know that to them, it's just clicks, views, likes, it's the business. I get it. But to this man, it's real life. Honestly, maybe he should leave, because the way I see it, the world and his audience don't deserve him. For the rest of his life. For the rest of his adult life. He's going to have to suffer from this now. And he didn't even do anything. But for all the pages, it was just another payday, right? Now, I do know that he's had some pretty amazing brand deals in the past. Like, this guy had, like, a collaboration with Pizza Hut. So I'm hoping that he made, like, enough money from all of that in the past to where it could supply him for a long time, and he could still be financially fine. But with all of that being said, it still doesn't seem like he's going to retire from content as a whole. It just seems like it's only the angry reactions persona, which, again, I completely see why he's doing. From here on out, what he does in terms of content, I guess, is up to fate. Since he's only been doing the angry reaction stuff on TikTok, it might be pretty awkward for him to try something completely new so quickly, but I really, really do hope that he continues in some type of way, honestly, because I still think he could kill it. It would just be such a crime to let this stupid situation ruin so much potential. He really is one of the most underrated creators out there, and even if he doesn't do the TikTok stuff, I really want him to see continue the journey. And from this whole situation as a whole, it doesn't seem like it's really specifically anyone's fault. It's not Onea's fault, obviously. He didn't do anything. It's not the woman's fault. She quite literally tried to get the cops to not arrest him, and she went above and beyond to go to court and clear his name when she, again, did not need to do that. The person who called the cops in the first place, it wasn't their fault either, because they were just doing what seemed like a responsible action. They heard two people in the hotel room next door being violent, so they called the cops, which, again, that's something you really should do in that situation. And the pages who posted about it were just simply talking about the situation. However, I think that these sources were not right by kind of seemingly hinting at the fact that he was guilty, and not really strengthening the fact that it was simply just an allegation, not a final verdict. They should have done a better job at emphasizing the fact that he only was accused of domestic violence, and not guilty of it, and also stating the fact that nothing genuinely said that he actually hit somebody or started it or whatever. It seemed like no one really made the effort to include all of the details into the entire story, because most of the stuff I learned was from his video talking about the situation, and that's just really fucked. Deep down, they all tried to make him look guilty. So, what did we learn here? Fuck TMZ. Fuck TMZ. Shalom.